Hello students, this session is going to be in continuation of the previous sessions on John Galsworthy's famous play Loyalties. In this session we are going to talk about the themes or the key concern of this very play. Students, John Galsworthy is considered to be one of the eminent playwrights of 20th century, and almost all his plays, they are concerned with the issues of contemporary England. His plays are the dramas of ideas. They are the drama of problems, of the questions of practical life. They are not sermons or preachings deliberately written. Actually, the purpose of his plays is a study and analysis of social problems. And these plays, they present the picture of the conflict between opposing forces, opposing ideas, opposing feelings and opposing institutions. And the same is projected in this very play, Loyalties, a drama in 3 acts, as we have seen in the previous 3 sessions while discussing the plot or the storyline of this play. Written in 1922, this play is a well-made social play, and it was staged at St. Martin's Theatre, and it received such a wide popularity that it reigned for over a year. And as we have seen while discussing the storyline, that the play is centered directly on the theme of loyalties in family relations and social relations as well. And we have seen that how the play hovers around an event of a theft in a house, but it is not about detecting any crime or about any punishment only. The play has much deeper meanings. Now let's discuss in detail that what are those issues which this play has addressed so closely and so deeply. Students, before discussing the themes of this play, it's imperative for us to understand that this is a play of ideas, means Loyalties deals with the problems related with social life, related with contemporary society. And this play reflects Galsworthy's humanitarian approach towards life, although there is through that very episode of a theft in a house, it is shown that there is racial discrimination, that how a particular set of English people, they do not give due honor and respect to a Jew guest who is staying in the same house, who is D. Lewis. But still, it is very wrong to call it an anti-Jewish play. We will discuss later in this session that how it's wrong to call it so. It's true that the play is centered on the theme of friendly loyalties along with racial discrimination, but the main theme or the central concern of the play is the concept of loyalties and the clash of loyalties. Students, in this play, as we have seen while discussing the plot, that each character has a different person or concept to which he or she is loyal. For example, there is one character, Mr. Colford, who appears for the first time in the Act 2 of the play. And there is one Charles Windsor, who is the owner of the Meldon Court. Both of them are loyal to Dancy. Just because of this, that all 3 of them, they belong to one social set. Then, but how these very people, they are very loyal to Dancy, but even when he has stolen money from De Levis' room, but still Captain Dancy misjudges the loyalty of his friend. That's how there is clash of loyalties is also portrayed in this very play. Then there is Mabel Dancy, Captain Dancy's wife. She is very loyal and faithful towards her husband, that even when she comes to know that he has committed a crime, he has stolen money, and he has just deceived her because he has already a secret affair with an Italian girl, but still she is loyal to her. She is in love with him. Then there is Charles Windsor. He is loyal to tradition, to the conventional way of life. Then General Canning, he is loyal to his reputation in the army. And then there is another picture, another aspect of loyalties is also projected, that is of professional loyalties. Police Inspector and Twisden, they are presented as the men of professional loyalties, as we have seen that how when Mabel insists Police Inspector to leave her husband, but Police Inspector performs is just to perform his duty, and same is with the Twisden. So both of them, they care only for their duty and professional honor. They do not take into account any other motive for their action. Duty to their profession outweighs duty to anybody or any other cause, as we have seen in the case of Twisden, that when Twisden comes to know about the actual case that Dancy, his client, is actually the culprit, and when at that time his colleague Graviter suggests him that they should just settle the matter secretly and just to favor Dancy, but Twisden is not ready at all. For the sake of his professional loyalty, he informs Sir Frederick about Dancy and refuses to take his case. And most importantly, D. Lewis and Twisden both are presented as the only persons who are loyal to truth, as we have seen in the Act 3 of the play. Then the another theme which is projected or handled in this very play is the power of societal forces or the social conventions. Being a drama of ideas, this play portrays certain social or institutional forces at work. No doubt the individual has an important place, but he is portrayed in clash with society. In this play, Ferdinand D. Lewis is apparently accepted as a member of the British elite until he challenges Roland Dancy, Captain Roland Dancy. And as Dancy's family has a longer history of upper class status and D. Lewis is a newcomer, he is a Jew, and so almost everyone sides with Dancy. But ultimately they are forced to abandon him. So that's how the societal forces or social convention, they decide the role or reaction or responses of the individual in a specific situation. Students, another theme which is addressed by John Galsworthy in this play is that of appearance versus reality, or is that of deception. As we have seen in the role of Captain Dancy in the play, that Captain Dancy maintains his status despite his financial setbacks through elaborate deceptions. As in the very opening act, although D. Lewis is certain that Dancy took the money, but the man in Dancy's social set think that he is behaving inappropriately in pursuing justice, but later on the tables turned. When it emerges, when it is revealed that Dancy has not only lied about the theft, but he is engaged in many other fabrications, like that how he is involved in a secret love affair, he is deceiving his wife Mabel, and then how he is arranging money to provide to Ricardo's, that Italian merchant. And when all these things are revealed, then the society turns against him. It is just revealed that how he is just deceiving others. Another important theme, or we can say which is considered to be the most general theme of the play, is racial discrimination. There is portrayal of situations in the play which project that how racial prejudices and false sense of ego moves the characters in the play. Jews, especially as we have seen that D. Lewis, are discriminated against. D. Lewis is trying to gain membership to the jockey club, but the rich people, a particular social set of the people in the city of London, they do not want to allow him the membership of that prestigious club, and as a result stage a robbery or a theft. But D. Lewis decides to find the real culprit behind this theft, and he finds that only person he can trust is Twisden. So although in the opening scenes or in the act 1 or act 2 we feel that there is the projection of racial discrimination, the people of a particular social set, they are not behaving well with D. Lewis because he is a Jew, but still there are people who work for the concern of humanity, and Twisden is so. So that's why D. Lewis contacts Twisden and he shows his faith in Twisden. Ultimately we can say that the issue of racial discrimination is projected there, but it is not an anti-Jewish play, as sometimes the critics have criticized it. Ironically enough, some non-Jewish characters in the play make pro-Jewish statements, as we have seen that Margaret Orme, the society girl, she tells Lady Adela that she knows lot of splendid Jews and she rather liked D. Lewis. And on the other hand, Lady Adela also tells that her great grandmother was a Jewish, and then there is Gilman the grocer. Although he professes his dislike for the Jews when he comes to tell everything about the stolen money to Twisden, but at the same time, if you remember, he says that I don't like Jews because they are honest, because they are more sober, because they work harder. So this is how that even the non-Jewish characters, they have pro-Jewish statement. This is proven in Gilman's statement. And Twisden is there. Twisden brushes aside all racial loyalties when he tells Colford that in the service of the law, duty to one's friend or one's client has no significance. So we can say that it is not right to call it an anti-Jewish play, because towards the end D. Lewis is presented in a very positive light for his humanitarian approach towards the whole case, or towards Dancy. And so students, the theme of the concept of loyalties, or the clash of loyalties, or the sense of false ego, or the racial discrimination, all these themes are addressed in this play, and they show that John Galsworthy's approach towards life is humanitarian, and he is portraying a social issue in this very play. An abstract idea, the ideal of loyalty to one's class, club, friends, employer, wife, husband, profession, or to the tradition of the army dominates the play, as we have seen. And what is amazing is that Galsworthy invents such situations around this idea as enable him to combine all these loyalties into one another. And they are all interlinked. So students, this is all about the theme of this very play, which deals with the social issues, or how the human behavior is controlled by the societal forces at work. Thank you.